My name is Jacqueline Asare-Dartey. I am a UX UI designer and I work at Ghana Tech Lab. As a UI UX designer, I put my ideas on paper by sketching. Then I transfer that onto the computer where I add colors and different elements of design to give me the look and feel of how the mobile application or web application is supposed to look like. Then I add animations to it to show how the user is supposed to interact with the system or the design. So basically, I determine what the user interacts with on a particular application and how they interact with it. I'm a creative, I'm innovative, and I'm a critical thinker. I studied computer engineering in school, but in school we weren't introduced to UI UX. It was more of the hardware aspect of computing. And I saw an ad, a tech training program, and I decided to apply for it. When I applied for it and I got here, the first thing we started was UI UX, and they introduced us to the basics of it, and that actually caught my attention. I felt it was quite easy doing that compared to coding. So I started doing that more and I realized that I enjoy what I do, and I decided to delve deeper, learn more about it, and I realized that it's something that I'm passionate about. My challenges are time constraints, where I have a very short deadline to produce a good design. And it's challenging because sometimes I meet a creative block where I'm unable to get good inspiration to produce good design. So I end up doing something I don't feel good about. All my designs, I always tell my people that I work with that I put a little bit of my soul in my design. So when I do something that I don't feel is good enough, it feels like it's not my work. That's a challenge for me. And another one is when you design, you see, the designer's perspective and the developer's perspective are two different things. You can design something and to you it seems like it can be implemented, but when you go to the developer's point of view, it can't. It's something that's like close to impossible. So they tell you about it and then you have to come back to reiterate what you've done. And sometimes it goes on and on. That's another challenge for me. For me, it's not so hard in the sense that I have very supportive people around me. When I do something I feel is not good enough, I don't get lambasted. I get encouraged to do better instead. The downsides of my work are time constraints, where you have to produce a very good design in a short period of time. And when you have to redo a design because your client changes their mind about their specifications or the features of their app. I tend to disturb a lot and I love listening to music, so I also listen to music, and sometimes I relax by reading comics or watching movies. For me, my industry is not tough because, number one, I enjoy what I do, so learning things relating to what I'm doing comes easy for me. I don't have any role model in the industry. I just challenge myself to be better than I was yesterday. That's how I continue to grow. In the next 5 years, I see myself impacting the knowledge I've acquired into the upcoming ones in the industry, mainly the females, as there are very few females in the industry. I would say the first thing you should have is passion, because if you are not passionate about what you are doing, the first setback you encounter, you tend to give up. So passion is very important. And number two, you should be willing to learn more and every time, because in the tech industry, things keep changing and they change at a very fast rate. So if you don't keep learning and filling yourself with knowledge, you become outdated. So you need to learn more so that you remain relevant as the time changes in the tech industry. And finally, you should be hardworking. You should be able to meet your deadlines. You you should be able to do what is required of you, what your client needs, and what is also beneficial to your user as a UX UI designer. In my journey of UI UX, I've had quite a number of people supporting me, even when it got to points that I felt I wasn't good enough. People that told me I could do better designs, like pushed me to do more. Those that tried to push me to do more by breaking me, and those that encouraged me. I'll mention Destiny, very tough guy, but then he's always believed in what I can do and then what I'm doing, and he still believes I can do better at my current state. And I'll mention Kelvin, Samuel Tuga, one of my colleagues. The rest of my other colleagues too, they've been quite supportive of my journey. Norbert, I'll say Norbert is like, he's one of the reasons why I continue this journey, because when I started and I was doing terrible designs, he saw that I could do better. He, in some sort of way, guided me to the path where I started doing better designs. Thank you.
For more exciting interactions with tech personalities, subscribe to our YouTube channel.